Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program wey we call Colres, as we dey look at different story dem na the front page and inside the newspaper. So no forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube, who we go bring to una different guests dem wey they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the people, the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program wey we call Colres, as we dey look at different story dem na the front page and inside the newspaper. So no forget.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of a program we call Colres, right on we are on YouTube and on Facebook, so we can discuss issues them we get for do with the front pages them of the different newspaper them where they come out inside the country. Well, we can look at the different issue them, and like all time we can bring in people them we actually they come and discuss the issues them where the newspaper they don't carry for the morning. And we get people and way, of course, one of the person who don't get na person way you don't hear it for long term, but now the first time this way it make your appearance on this particular platform. So we go and start with the first paper for this morning. But please, as you join, don't forget for like and share the program. And as well, you will not subscribe yet, please consider for do so before you end the program for this morning. And one more time, my name na Sembepe. So we go now and start with the first paper for this morning. And the first paper we actually they look at this morning are the Beyond Borders newspaper. We say 30% quota for women cannot be achieved in the 2023 general elections. You as well get schools and universities to benefit from critical infrastructures. And you as well get championing President Bio re-election campaign, CEO for smart movement for SLPP target slum community. This another story for you inside this edition of Beyond Borders. Daybreak say as the clock tick closer to June 24, Bio in top position. You as well get for energy transformation, rural inclusivity, Energy Minister Kanja Sise breaks record. This another story for you inside this edition of the Daybreak. The next one na executive newspaper with the One Nation manifesto Samuel Kamara to end hardship. You as well get ahead of this year June 24th general elections. Cyber security concerns loom over Sierra Leone's use of biometric voter system. Anthony Bangura declares to head the Sierra Leone National Cycling Association. Momo Vandi makes inroad for APC in Kenema, and Afri-Caribbean Festival signs partnership with Air Senegal. This another story for you inside the executive newspaper. Sky Times, using armed guards, land ministry illegally possesses private property. You as well get for energy transformation, rural inclusivity. Energy Minister Kanja Sise breaks record. You get IMC popularizes elections coverage regulation. JJ Safar updates media and CSOs on SLPP manifesto. Car Wash Union, Sierra Leone thank BO. This and other story for you inside this edition of the Sky Times. The next paper, na Salon Times. We say Gento's plan to transform Freetown. Relocate the two major dump sites, improve sanitation in Freetown, improve water supply, and build proper markets. Sierra Leone commemorates World No Tobacco Day. And PPSL engaged social media influencers and comedians on cervical cancer prevention. The next paper for this morning at the Premier News, we say trouble in Tombo. Locals fear dark future over illegal overfishing. District Grand Lodge support Connaught Hospital with defibrillator machine, and ONS activate election security secretariats. Supreme Court strikes out action against Samura Kamara and others. This another story for inside the Premier News this morning. The open space, now the next paper, we say as she loses respect and popularity in Freetown, Gento Kamara pose for major victory June 24th, political analyst predicts. You as well get ICAO start inspection of Sierra Leone's aviation system. This another story for inside the open space. The new vision and the next peak will say NIC boss market BO. No time to announce result, ECSL chairman. Youth assures President BO. And interswitch SLCB to revolutionize payment solution. This another story for inside this edition of the New Vision. Next one, now the Independent Observer. Samura Kamara manifesto targets key challenges. Bio cyber health transformation ahead of June 24. Talking politics. Next paper, now the Freetown Daily. We say Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, UNICEF launch GBV Information Management System. Chief Minister takes SLPP manifesto to the media. And this is another story for you inside this edition of the Freetown Daily. AZ newspaper say NIG Minister delivers thermal plans to Kailaun, secondary schools, tertiary institutions to benefit from critical education infrastructure. 14 accused persons charged with murder. Jala University administration renames facility building. And the next paper for this morning, now the modern series say Chief Minister says SLPP will deliver on food security. You as well get election monitoring capacity of HRCSL staff and District Human Rights Committee enhanced. Investigation into EAP group of companies. ACC refers matter to the police. This is another story for inside this edition of the Modern Seas. The Calabash newspaper, now the next one, we say King's Empire to launch House of Stars reality TV show in July. ACC discloses investigation findings on EAP group of companies and Motherland City. Chief Minister raps with the press on the Big Five as enshrined in 2023 SLPP manifesto. Supreme Court throws out notice of motion filed against Samura Kamara and others. This another story for inside the Calabash newspaper. The Concord Times newspaper says 26% of women will be in the next parliament. RUFP braces to take over Bow District Council. Local Government Ministry officially launches 2022 Local Government Act. FIFA CAF unveil Joanne's power of football for reforms today. This is another story for inside this edition of the Concord Times. The last paper for this morning, now the Awoko newspaper will say advocate takes Salon to ECOWAS court over lottery laws. 80 million Bakers Institute to start training after commission at Wellington. McKinney generator protests victims seek default judgment against Salone. Carl Sierra Leone frowns on recent political violence. This another story for you inside this edition of the Awoko newspaper. Well, now the paper done this for you inside the program this morning. We'll take a very short break, come back and talk to we guest them inside the program this morning.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, I just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the people, the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, I just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. We actually don't get two guests them inside the program this morning, and on the Zoom we get Seal Harold Smith. We not an investigative journalist. I wonder. I hope not to the other investigative journalists we I get for talk to this net. And we as well get on the WhatsApp line we get Cecil Cole Showers. We in the big man inside the Guardian Post newspaper. Now the two people in this will get inside the program this morning. But like always, we can start with the one way now the first time for we get inside the program. But most often I go down the year to the investigative journalist in audio them way he done the release all this time around. You know, and you know, we don't get issues them way don't involve one when are big issues them as well. We don't create several impacts on the country. So a day with inside the program today, let we can see who's kind of source where they give it. So Mr. Smith, sorry that I get for use this word here, but I just normal way we can take where we can talk before this time until now we tribalism don't they take one kind of taste in the country. But we can say Seal Harold Smith, the Crow boy. I hope you don't take offense for that one day.
No way.
Okay, great. Because that's what we be used for talking before this time. So, the first question I will ask you, now a traditional question for anybody where they appear for the first time. The program in name na Colres. So the question is, when na the last time when you eat Colres?
Colres, go up to the phone is just me Colres so and the guy come back.
So, who sauce where you like for eat whenever you eat Colres?
You want to talk about the best sauce when I eat Colres?
Yes. Okay.
I get cassava leaf, and the cassava leaf forget kawo.
Oh my God. That kawo the answer at the mouth.
Exactly. And one thing I want to let people know really, even to the soup, we want to enjoy your Colres. they promoted the fish, they all get a soup. Like when you get to Casada, you get to need inside it. Or you get you follow or you get you egg. Yeah, you so back and put for you or put it there and find well enough.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You really did try for tell me say you na Creole boy and you sabi cook. Alright, so we did not use forget to taste of the investigative journalists in audio them. Where they can see now, waiting now the investigative journalists get two software one can put together. We can say combat. Now today we take combat for the first time. We take well not for the first time. We take fry soup and then we take castale if we put them together half. Let we see taste all together at the end of the day. So welcome to the platform.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everywhere people in the listening to all over the world.
You get one unique way you can introduce you audio them. Please introduce one of your audio for me quick, but let's just get a taste of this voice.
May not to know but an humble servant. Still journalist.
I collect for listening to you audio them.
Thank you.
All right, so we go now on the ground now, and we'll begin see. The first thing, let's just go in and search for the first issue where I go and follow we touch on quick one, and interestingly, I think this way a lot of people get interest for what we talk about. So let's just browse quickly. Okay, so I see this issue of the motherland city, where now this housing facility where one particular individual been come up with, where ACC been they actually investigate this the EAP group of companies and the motherland city, but at the end of the day, we find out say ACC say then they transfer this case to the police. And for me, except if I don't let BN with say he has information, but at the first thing this why they see ACC they investigate something instead of them charged to court where they get power for do, but then refer this case to the police. Let's start with you see in Harold Smith. Maybe me don't let's be with information. What do you think about issue like this? Will be very much important to salon people, especially where some salon people don't actually put their money inside this particular thing.
Right. Thank you very much again for that question. Well, let me make my point to the world of that. If Papa, whether you use for full of money, tell the Peking situation that you the full of money, that should be Papa don't lot with value. Now it's simple parable.
Okay.
We normally know say ACC can step in the shoes of the police and take matters from the police, investigate them as the highest investigative tool, charge them to court. But if ACC come out from the top, go down to the bottom, that number one shows a sign of incompetency. That number two shows a sign of maybe I will put some clarity to them that it's a sign of aiding and abetting to destroy evidence. Or number two, I will put them to them directly say maybe it's a sign of conflict of interest.
Yeah, because at one point we will watch this trending thing they go and we said be Rob Mott inside the one team. And we find out say even ACC be witness in the launching of this particular thing. They make statements and they even threatening say anybody we want for see the progress of this particular company, then will come against them, including government officials them. So now that ACC where we know say can charge go court, for the first time, we hear them say they don't investigate, but then they send this case to police. It really, really shocked me. I don't know if it's not the same thing for other people then.
Well, for me, not shock now currency give me. And now over 5,000 volt foreign for your kind of thing, because it's for the first Sierra Leone is progress one. We for left some negligences, we for left some incompetencies, we for left some recklessity, where they derail the progress of Mamatalo. Because when you check again from the background of some of the investigations, somebody behind the where they manipulate the investigators and tell them, say, this is not your matter, refer the matter to the police. So at the end of the day, if you are in a position done while the SEC will step to coming.
All right. I'll come over to you, Showers. When you hear or when you see or when you listen to ACC or when you see them press release on this particular issue, as a journalist, what in first kind of your mind?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, like kind of big time conflict of interest, because the initial inception of this company, so the current ACC commissioner, when Francis Benkafala, it was part and parcel of the entire setup of this particular organization. So it was part of the launch. I mean, they came up with their press releases. I mean, they joined them in several forums there. So I mean, at the end of the day now, when you see, say, the other countries within West Africa, especially Nigeria now that they call say now, they for release this particular person, we head of this organization, for me they send them to Nigeria. So it begs the question, indeed, you the SEC commissioner of all, you they go and meddle yourself with people we're not credible. Organization we're not credible, where they are criminal them, where they don't con Sierra Leoneans them, not to Sierra Leone no more, in other parts of Africa, in Europe, in America. These are bunch of criminals. So if you see the CCC commissioner, they send the investigation at the police or the CID, it begs the question, how exactly this particular man they fed corruption at Saloon? Because if you will say they fed corruption at Saloon, you don't try for support. You don't try for coerce. You don't try for give all the necessary contacts them to them people they are so. And the worst of it, them particular people they are so, they get their win at State House, they get a meeting with the president. Yeah. They in fact give present to the president. You understand that? They give present to the president for say then a legal
award. They even get award.
Right. Yeah, to the president. Then take a lot of loan and now we commercial banks them. They involve the banks them. And this now big time politician and they behind this particular thing also. So now a big slap to the SEC. I mean by now, Benkefala for no design. But this is Sierra Leone. We are in anything can happen overnight. Credibility not there and none of these institutions there. You understand that? So if Kefala try now for send the problem out to the CID or to the police, it begs the question, whose kind of corruption you the feds at this country also? Whose kind of corruption you the try for projects at West Africa? Whose kind of corruption the outside world will watch of you? Because this particular organized company, so like sham, like complete criminals there. Complete criminals. You understand?
Because SEC had the power for prosecute.
They do have the power, but they are conflict of interest. Then Kefala not go prosecute her because already you don't check the people them, you don't sleep with the people them, you don't dine with them, you don't sleep with them, you don't wake with them. So at the end of the day, you know, try for prosecuting kind people that day. How the media will put projector. Just like this is very sad. The country not in election, then can't change that so happen. But Francis Benkefala get a lot of things there for test Sierra Leoneans them. There are a lot of things that we need for test Sierra Leoneans them concerning this particular company also. Because if you encourage, you deal with them kind of people and we don't criminal Sierra Leoneans them. Them people also don't take millions of dollars that we banks them. And at the end of the day, when they go to the banks them, some of them they not get reach 1 loan, they not get reach 10 loan, they not get reach 50 loan, they not get reach 100 loan that they save in banks them. So that's what tells you them people are so like criminal. And they get their way to State House, to the seat of power. They even award a kind of a gesture to the president. I mean, who that do all that kind of thing there also? It's just sad what I say in Italia, we are in election. So everybody just focus on this in the electionary process and forget about this thing also. But this is a very, very serious thing where Francis Benkefala gets a lot of things for tell to Sierra Leoneans them. Not necessarily to other countries them. Because as I talk to you right now, Nigeria don't contact the Sierra Leone authority. Authority say they for send these particular people them to them. Because they don't criminal people in Uganda, they don't criminal people in Ghana across the globe. So what are we saying about corruption? This council they say in Italia, we are not serious in this country. Because for a whole SEC commissioner, the medal, to them kind of people there so. I mean, who's how they go, bro? We don't know exactly who's how they head for. We are just in the doom. Or them people are so just we say we don't want so kind idiot people that we don't know to depend so they can just turn with
a
you.
lot of Sierra Leoneans then we don't begin put some money into this thing.
Huge money, not to institutions them, the banking institutions them, because already they don't take a huge loan at various banks them. You know, but up to now we not but there are about 3 or 4 banks them where they don't invade. And one of them bank them now one of indigenous banks them when Salo own them. Now they don't take money they need.
So I know of Salo Commercial Bank, I know of Rokel Commercial Bank. When are the two, you know, yeah. And then I don't know of the third, but these are the 2 state institutions then.
Yeah, when I Salo money they need, people and popo people and money they need. Me and you money they need, banks they need.
You know, top government officials then they be in this particular thing.
But no, for let the man go to the seat of power, go begin and donate, go begin give the president, I mean, a whole flag on your own, put American kind of in less than almost month, less than 8 to 9 months. Look at the Tinos Canton, a big sham, a big slap.
Like country you seal, if this they happen, you know, we get this thing where they call this department or this unit where they call. So showers once you stop for talk to mute you mic. When we talk about this particular thing where they call financial intelligence unit, when are they supposed for the watch how people and they can do business, the kind of money where they get and all of them things then they. But if they're able to beat all of them system and they take it to the highest office, when are the office of the president, if we get award, when are fake things then and they pan. What in this mean for a country in terms of doing business? Cyril Harold Smith.
Right. To start with, my brother, make it clearly to the world that we did under a very serious, siege in this country. And today we are talking about this 419ers, as I will call them clearly. Okay? But let we look at the range of manpower, where they have become a saloon, therefore can change the lives of Sierra Leoneans today. Then get Sierra Leoneans the money. Then they left this country during the days of the APC under the leadership of the former Inspector General of Police, Francis Aliu Munu. Nothing came out of that investigation. Okay? We get now another serious fraudsters in this country when are the QNet people live. And they use slogan, they say, empty you cup. What is the meaning of this empty you cup? Then they tell you, say, you traditional sense where you can get for empty them and get a new sense for make money. How do they make their money? In the line of sending people to overseas. How can you send somebody to overseas without having a passport? You just only request for a particular sum of money, 15 million, 20 million, 42 million, and then at the end of the day, you get the all stalwart criminals them where they're ready for full-length suspect getting a cell in the line of say, let them not in a cell, then charge them to court. If they charge them to court, they go ask for them for the bail. And they give you instances, let them recall that this is not a first time, this is not a second time, this is not a third time, where such thing of this nature don't happen. But for we, as a Sierra Leonean, it is high time we take position on some of them things and therefore put an end to this. Now let me tell you again in the line of these other cook people here. Why make you feel say then get such edge over with government and for the fraud we like this? One, we get a lot of Nigerian banks in Sierra Leone. We're ready for prepare fake bank statement them for this to the company just for let the company and throw with society and defraud we. So for me, number one, from the bank statement the way that people and they be present, and from the bank where that statement they come out. Now the bank will foreclose with immediate effect and for make sure that they seize all the money and they property them and get them off the shores of Sierra Leone.
Because now this can say you join on for fraud the state.
Yes, because those are conspiracies to discuss the state. You understand me? Public mistake deserve public correction. So that others will not continue in this game. You understand me?
Yes, please.
And secondly, to So our President Julius Madabio, is just not going to let for them a such mess like this. But to some of the people that it gets around them, we can get a message just because of their own kind of go back with them, go collect for them, because those are not brown envelopes. The money not go do. You understand?
Yes.
So let us go able to present to the question. Some of those people deserve public disgrace. How? You call the media to a press conference and you report the issue. That shows leadership quality for them to know that you are not under the auspices of aiding and abetting such acts. You don't understand me, my brother?
Yes, please.
So, if such thing of this nature don't come up, then the Nigerian High Commissioner, they ask for their citizens for let them go send them to Nigeria. No, they cannot work out like that. They cannot work out like that.
I think they get this wrong. What the fuck?
Yeah, go ahead. Showers, go ahead, delete him. Why they get it wrong?
Yeah, I mean, I think the cause of the matter is that them people there, so they come with not forget about the Nigeria government, they call for them for go. They come purposely for can default in connivance with senior state authority there, including the anti-corruption commissioner. Yeah. So also if we want to start for criminal, the ACC commissioner by now, if president at least, if not this campaign for the if president be needing seriousness on this issue also, if we don't call the ACC commissioner, a month more, say Mr. Man can't tell me waiting them people are so. You know, I mean, he had a lot for us to for Tesla and them. People are money they don't go, banks money they don't go. Now the banks are only afraid now for count the real statement. When you watch into them people also the accounts. In all this 1 million, we don't get at the various accounts there. In all each, according to the SEC and press releases, we them the pool. In all each 1 million, we don't get
on paper they get big money.
Yeah, but outside money they don't go now. You don't go to various pockets. You don't go to government official and pockets. So at the end of the day, we wake up one morning, the talk say the man they don't have flight and go to Nigeria.
All right, Seal, go ahead.
Yeah.
So Shawaz, also I get this wrong. I think the same line where they can, and the same line is the same. The fact of the matter is the institution will prepare them paper the day for giving people another kind, you know, I go call them attestation or make them go and present such paper to the government that now this money they get in their account, which of course it was not so. Now I make them for citizens property them, the money in their account and they can for send them into government consolidated fund and send the people into court with some serious investigation, send them to prison. Because the point of the issue, not only one they suffer now, not only one they suffer now, not only one person, now the entire nation they suffer.
Exactly.
Whether you money contribute so that they fall or not, but the nation they suffer because
you know, Seal and Showers. I don't confess this on this platform. Interestingly, myself I don't fall victim of this thing.
Okay.
Because I love the idea, say, then people here they come and say, okay, everybody forget the opportunity. If ACC of all wait for the watch things that already happen at the country, don't be part of them, I fall for the game. If financial intelligence unit where now then they investigate people in money business, then go tell you say you're not supposed to get $5,000 now you are now owes. You know, if them don't take this man and can't go to the president, I say okay, like, oh, this man is okay. Not knowing that the worst system now they deal with so have they don't all even fall. So imagine how many people they don't begin put their money inside this, and how many more people for don't can't put their money panic forward.
Huge money, brother. Huge money. So it begs the question: are we serious? I mean, we're not serious as a nation. You know, I keep saying this. I mean, doing a radio interview, doing newspaper articles. We are not serious as a nation in this country. People in the streets, we like say no more. We now just sign ignorant people. We don't know exactly what you think of. You cannot do this in another country. You cannot do this in Nigeria. You dare not do it in Ghana. No way, you dare not. By now, SEC commissioner, if I don't resign, he should have resigned by now. But look at him here. Yeah, they don't make new officer now. They don't go to right now. You know, they go and boost on social media. They go and get that. Nobody want to talk on the issue again because everybody focus on election and we are not serious. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. Nothing is moving in this country, my brother. People are not sorry no more for that poor people who get money in the bank. When they go out for go collect the money now, the bank talks say no, we're not going to give this crime money also because they don't interfere. They don't give loan to people that were not credible. They don't give loan to people that were not criminal. They don't give loan to people that we don't need no better thing for this country also. I mean, it really sad. How we for move on to this matter also? Now one day no more go wake up. I mean, today the 2nd of June. I go tell you about. Now one day go wake up and talk say the man they don't have flight time. They don't go to Nigeria. To be honest with you.
And that's
after election.
That's not the end of the matter.
Yeah, but they will do it.
And that means, like what is seal, like what you be the talk just now. Other people and we don't can fraud the people and go to money for nothing. We go end up for say the one that always don't put money inside this thing and not go end up for get nothing back in return. True? Seal and all.
Yes, you know, I think for me, presently, as long as the suspect and they in LEONE view, the only thing we have to join hands as a team, more especially as colleagues in the media, to make sure that we press the investigation, that the right thing be done. Because one thing where I think we for realize, as media practitioners, Mr. Towers, this is not time about regionalism, you know, politically, neither.
All right, so we get some difficult forget you right now. The reception don't look bad off. You get me, Seal?
Hello.
Yeah, you get me?
Yes, I'm getting you clearly.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let make a try again.
You understand?
Yeah.
For social media, this is our time for us to join us together and stop the divided mind and press for betterment of Komasalu.
Okay.
Our own responsibility is for us to come together as a team to make sure that we follow the investigation to the conclusion of this matter, that justice deliver in the hands of the people, so that such people not come again to Sierra Leone and mess up us like this. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I will get very serious confidence in the head of CID, Richard and Peter Gibao. I know he's a no-nonsense man, but just that, he will need the support of the media because he's somebody who don't personalize investigation. At any time you need information, as long as the information is relevant, he will give you. So let us come together as a team and make sure that we check on the investigation. Like one paper when you talk about the minister or the energy minister, those are all promotional stories. Now here with the lights they go on and off, on and off, on and off. Then somebody go buy credit yesterday for 200,000.
Okay, when it comes to that one day, stuff, we can't talk about that one day. Yeah, because it's very important to get for the law to talk about them. But let's take una quick to another issue quick and inside another paper before come to the Minister of Energy in LEONE. I'll take you inside the New Vision newspaper and let's talk about election because it's the election season. The ECSL Boston come and say, time not there for announce election results. We know that normally, you know, after the vote, it can take like 2 weeks maximum before they announce. But now you say time not there. I don't understand what it basically be mean. Una get any idea as a journalist?
In somebody, of course, you know, from 2007, all the votes, you know, so not get all the electoral law, not get a stipulated time. We will tell you, say, in space of 48 hours, 24 hours for make result. You can announce you, well, I don't believe we say we don't take, from what we vote, we don't take about 2 weeks before results. The next one can take about 8 to 9 days. So, as a country also, there is need for us to see our best. Because, I mean, we are less than, how many people there? We're not 3 million with the vote. We're not 3 million. When you talk about Nigeria, then we Lagos, some over 20-something million of people in Lagos. Then they announce election in less than 1 week, they don't announce the election. What about a very tiny West African nation where we know it's 3 million where they go for go vote? Who can't tell we say there's no time frame for announced election? No. Let them people also begin to take it for serious. I mean, call the president, tell the media now in space of 48 hours, in space of 2 days, 3 days, we should have a time frame for the announcement of election result. Now all that need to be being recoupled some kind of speculation, some kind of malpractices they will call, some kind of that kind of stuff they did. If I'm less than 1 hour, less than 1 day, 2 days, tell me say at the end of so and so time, we announce the general election. But Salon too small. The days of social media. I mean, it's very easy for collect results. You get district electoral officers there. You get regional there. You get you world level officers there. As they don't so that they send. I mean, it's very easy. This way, these days of social media, of technology, we can announce an election day in space of 48 hours. We don't know that we. Why we not try for begin for replica other countries in West Africa? I see the current electoral commissioner. He been in Nigeria. He attended. He viewed the election in Nigeria. He see how the company operates in Nigeria. How he announced the results. So those are the kind of things then we need to do as a Sierra Leoneans. There. Let us try for me backwardness. Everything about us is backwardness. Backwardness. Let's try to put things. I mean, we need to match up to the 21st century. But to be honest with you, I'm not saying we will match up to the 21st century. Now, this election also now one of the most crucial, one of the most trivial elections Sierra Leone will go to June 24. So for letting the electoral boss now they can begin tell we say now you don't get a time frame for announced result. I mean, it's unfortunate. Yeah, because we did for Puta. These are some of the things that we parliamentarians they supposed for the do. But they know they do now for me them go give themselves $50,000 for the take home salary. They're only concerned about that. But these are some of the things that they need for put in place. But we don't see they put in place. But I forgot and pass laws them. We're not going to beneficial to the country, not going to beneficial to the constituents them, not going to beneficial to individual people there. But for themselves, these are some of the things them we want to see the next parliament for the do. We need a time frame for announced election results. Not to say for the can be announced provisional results. No. We need a time frame. Other countries in less than 24 hours we vote. You don't know that win. You vote on a morning before they say 6 o'clock evening. You don't know that win the election. But now we go begin talking now, begin calling the election by districts, by level, by this that. No, we don't want that. We need to move. In this day of social media, in this day of technology, we need to do it. Not try for replica other countries them. Not to all see them all we did bien. Now we don't go learn electionary box them and Guinea. Wait for me, I get a very diverse opinion about that. You understand? I get it. Yeah. Now we as a Sierra Leonean, how can you go for lead ballot box to an autocratic country? A country where we know always happen like Guinea. You understand it? These are some of the things there. We don't need to go check box like Guinea. A country where not get democracy. When a Jontocracy and you say they go take box and who's can benefit you for count? You understand it? But I blame with politicians. These are some of the things that they need for do. They need for talk. Which other countries they did? Nigeria does make the election, big brother Nigeria. Not so they Apple, they pass them, Kenya them. Why would not go there? Why would for go to Guinea? For go take election box a day. Country where we don't know they make election. When they pass Johnson business for overthrow, then they go take box to them. Are we kidding? Now so country for develop. We don't need to go to this country, my brother. We are not going as a nation. Not any kind of semblance of independence as a nation. Over 63 years of independence, we are still going to go back on Guinea. First, we will come up with a primary school, secondary school, we will also civilized past Guinea. But when you go to Guinea now, they don't let you far away. It's a marathon between Sierra Leone and Guinea.
So I find out as I know, except if I be biased to myself, I find out say we country the reverse instead of it progress.
No, we are retrogressive. We are retrogressive. We are really retrogressive. We are not moving as a nation. Okay. If anybody, Aliu, if anybody talks, I know they move. It's like we don't polarize this election. I don't make I don't polarize. So the way that I don't understand. When you go to the southeast, when you go to the northwest, my brother, I mean, it's a different reality.
I mean, the politics now that the country just too smell. Like how you see it. See Larol Smith. You know, what do you make up of this particular issue or they talk about right now? Showers
me,
mute you might quick. Yes, go ahead, see you.
yes, for me, not to discuss in this we get elected alone, and we don't get different type of people. Okay? Just that one thing where we people like you see, the thing where people can better, like for the first election.
You get some yes.
I just don't want to say good by the also early, or neither or let the cat out of the bag. If the Chief Electoral Commissioner don't see no time for announce results, and recently we know listen to radio and see non-provisional results not there for the poll. I think now we just hold on. They must call to a press conference. For me, I don't say about the points them, although they have for coming at their side and day, because I have my question. Why this time when I say no provisional results, no for call? Why this time when I say no time for results? But one thing I want to let we understand carefully, for we as the layman, them now we dey hyper the election business. And when it comes for problem or whatsoever, not of them where they upgrade they suffer the problem. Now we where they don't. Okay?
Yeah.
And one thing I want to make clearly again, this is not about politics. But if picking are used for tips too, now the day where the proof can tick if say that the picking and the beat, because I don't use for tips.
Yes.
And when two chief man sit down together, when the one say compare, always afraid it comes. So one thing when we as a media we need to do, let we not allow the politicians to misuse we. So because of we get no power for question this or that. Let me tell you now one thing. Let we not forget 2012 election. What thing they happen? And Sierra Leone Commission as the normal we don't work at that neck race. They're not going to respect for this thing. If you believe that you are neutral after that office, they're not taking non-government appointment. The general will take appointment after the general election in 1996 under the late regime of President Ahmed Tijan of blessed memory. Christian Atop take ministerial position after conducting the 2012 election again, and what's going to be incumbent if you get evidence, go police. So if they don't do such discrepancies, let them stop forget that fairness in the present. Because what you don't do yesterday is a great day. And not only you they use as tools. Forgot to now say, hey, no, when they go print ballot, all the parties them for the day. All the other election they will pass, the parties them they go. Now see a normal ballot box and they change different form. So not take us because of what we do yesterday, and the same thing will continue today. We want to see a different Sierra Leone. We want to see a transformed Sierra Leone. So for me, I don't want to go too much into politics because when you don't politics, they use me. I can't take for you better one to buy a teaching glass for me. So now I make for we as a Sierra Leonean, if we want to be responsible, one thing where we for stop first. When you sell your vote, at the end of the day, waiting for Apple. Now tinted glass will pass for you. You they wave, they're not belong to you, because you don't sell your vote. That's one reckless vote. Just like as will be the third distro. If you watch me, the power don't that, right tumble. So how can I praise the minister?
So you seriously get passion and interest in this area. So let's just jump inside a quick and go inside Daybreak and newspaper. And we say for energy transformation, please, you get interest. So I want to listen to the words the way they use, yeah? For energy transformation, rural inclusivity, energy minister can't just say breaks record. So this now interestingly, this same word now seen like all the paper, like when they just give them how they call this thing? Adverts, say they then go out with them. Yes.
Good. You see some thing for me. You know, sir, I'll tell you something, my brother. Now, 4 angles under Mr. Law. The media, the civil society, right? The security, the judiciary. Now, they don't all Sierra Leone progress to ransom. When you look at that story, they very well know say, now paid off stories. Before we get one commission and IMC, here we leave. What if you say? It says TCP, take the paper to the person. When you write bad body policy, they can't paper go there. Okay? That person is right with the law. After talk to you, remember people when they on the Zoom. The people have been bright also. Now in order, what's in a break the record? Whose record where it will break? And one thing we have come to discover very seriously, recently the Ecsl ministry say 60% of Sierra Leoneans engage in illegal connections. Then when I check the findings, I go send to you the distance the way I don't get. If somebody pulls 200,000 for go buy support, then here's 71 units. Then that 71 units for last less than 2 weeks. And that person they scandal for get money. Those are way of inviting illegal connections. So they must be revisited the tariff properly and make sure that the illegal connection comes to an end. That's one thing. Number 2, Ecsl don't want to put people in capacity at this country. Anybody can go to the problem. It's got to be for trading. Right? Because you and me when I talk to you, so if you want from the background, this story ends to Ecsl block fear of the class money. Now recently I get about I go buy this one. 28 million because the beginning need comfort. Let them not go to sleep. Or go pay themselves to bad pain. How many of we go able to afford when consider damage to go get about to buy? And me, I don't know the number more. You see, and now the lights don't come back.
So now this on and off, then the well on appliances them.
Exactly. So how can they tell me that Ecsl minister break the record? Whose record will break?
Blackout.
Blackout record?
Yes.
Tariff record? So for me, there is nothing good to talk about Ecsl minister, institution. They are failure to the nation. Just like the Ministry of Health, they are failure. Just like the Ministry of Education, they are not a failure. They cannot work in the interest of the people, they cannot work in the interest of the government, they cannot work in the interest of anything good. Just because of wine.
Let's say something quick on this rural electrification.
Yes.
Just like we seen and see they talk. My brother, this rural electrification, now a kind of pain in the ass for the people that were in the provinces. The amount of money they spend on this they top up because these are private companies. The one way they go, they get this lights, they get this power gem, and they can stop the day.
I don't understand something. Rural electrification, the one way then they all talk about say the villages them, the towns them, all they get light right now. Now private company in them, and then they exploit the people. You mean?
And that's solar the pump, and that's solar the power there. That's solar, not to MP like to Astafula. But that's solar. That's solar the pump there. Now private company them not to say now MP like the ground out. No. That's solar. These are power gen. They get the other one. They get one power gen. They get the other one. I don't recall the other one in name. But these company they also sometimes for day or for week. Then people are so man they spend over them 50. They spend 100,000. Just someone for buy top up. Sometimes when you watch them, you get one television, you get bulb, sometimes you get one freezer. I mean, every day these people are complaining. All day they cry, say this year so. But at the end of the day, when you want lights, you just get. But it's not a good deal, man. Not a good business for local people, especially with the current trend where we continue to move on to, where things are very difficult in the country. A bag of rice is chasing over 700,000. When you go to the market, you don't hold about 200,000 to 300,000. Where you want to get some kind of sober food for eat. They can't bundle up with rural electrification. Yeah, the minister they get the criticism, they go and talk, yeah. I like people around. These all campaign issues that we go around across the country, they go and make rural electrification. But these are solar energy people, now private people they come up with wouldn't can't see the not to MPA light, they go say they go give light, now inside the villages there. No, now solar the problem people also. So these are all compounding problems them where we sisters there, with mama there, with papa there in the face, and the whole parts of the country. Let me so for instance, so to MPA they like the car, you know they pump me freezer safe. You know they pump me freezer. The whole of the food and what to make food for me throughout the week for the week or what all the prayer because you know they for pump me freezer. They like the car like say just some even for charging phone safe, it can take a time before they like the charging phone. So what are we talking about the rural electrification? Why are all the praises going there? Why all the lawyers go to the Minister of Energy, blah blah blah, no kind of thing. Now this is campaign time, all of us know that. They are doing this just not more for buy votes and even for love the people them, for encourage the people them. But these are all sham. These are not sustainable projects. They are very inconsistent. Immediately when election come and go, you know we hear nothing but again. You understand that? These are the kind of things, but we know that kind of thing today. I know they feel a lot more for surrounding and people there. We up to now people are not conscious. When you see the political party them coming as street, when you see the amount of people that dance behind them, it begs the question, where are we heading to? Sierra Leoneans are not the land. We are not landing as a Sierra Leonean. Look like we APCS people they come as street. I want to get thousands of people that they come out. I mean, it's like not to the people that say, wait till they grumble. They talk say things are difficult. Why can we not sit ourselves down and try to say now? But then people are so used to. We are no more fools. Let me tell and say that so and so want. A country less than 8 million people, we will get all the resources that we get, where other countries they not get. But look at us. We are one of the hungriest nations in country in the world. The hungriest country in the world. We are still not making headway, but people are coming out there, they dance, they cost themselves, they fed themselves, they kill themselves, for them to hypocrites, for them to hopeless political parties and they. Since independent, a fool of 40s, a fool forever. So over 62 years. Yes, we are still. We don't know who's how they go. I mean, we really need for match up, brother. We really need for match up.
This thing you say we don't know we left from the right. Okay, let's take on inside this thing. Where will be the last issue for the day? You know. Okay. Where will be the last issue for the day? We get for basically do with the issue of the Auditor General. See, let's take you to that issue there quickly. You know, the Auditor General. We all know how them suspend them and then say them in a court and up to this time. We not hear any much about that thing there. And this government, we honestly they talk about fighting corruption. Then they talk about fighting corruption and how they plan for make sure say they make corruption be it not be fashionable according to the president. But the one person who been the help them for fight corruption are the auditor general or the office of the audit service, yeah. But from where we see a lot of big wastage when they come up, then we not hear anything. The auditor general points them out, but that we see the action where they take against them. What do you don't get as a follow-up from this matter?
Well, in the area of this we try to protect some sectors. But when you know that under investigation.
Showers news, please.
Once you conclude investigation, then we will call on the press for giving we report. And just recently, I've been thinking about back to access commission for information. Now, for make a go up to get some report. From all of the ministries and the where they may not say, now come, institutions. When you go, then go tell you say this, then go tell you say that, then go tell you say so. And one thing I think we understand very, very seriously, the Auditor General report and a matter at this time a timing for we know which is under the carpet. Okay? It is high time we know which is under the carpet. But one way I really people understand really. The present government, where they in authority,
All right, we don't begin get issue with in online and that the connection don't they get some problem. Showers, please come inside whilst in don't freeze over. Come inside. What do you make up of the Auditor General in case as at now what they talk about? So this government been talk about fighting corruption, and I remember when with the moderate program for them, they take all of the Auditor General in reports them. Then they use for campaign against the last government. But now we don't see say corruption on the pump so much that then pass away and sack the well, not so good talker, then suspend the Auditor General and end up for carrying on a tribunal. What do you make up of this? Tell now no hear nothing.
I think the only problem and the only case we Lara Chilopias did was to measure the office of the president in his Auditor General report 2 years back. That's the only case he had. And up to now, as we say, they say they forget ruling. I mean, for ABC and D, something like that. Up to now, we don't know the whereabouts of it. But again, I mean, we and President Bio come out clearly 2018.
When we go to President Bio, let's take you back to Kelfala on this same issue. You know, then say Ben Kelfala come out and tell we say, in no say President Bio no go directly involved, but people them na in office na they involved, so then go investigate them. But 2 years now down the line, nobody did not call for can question at all from the office of the president, and the president self not give any instruction for let them go ahead and investigate anybody.
This is the way these are politicians. The way that they treat me. People, you can go to the radio, you go to the cameras, you see a lot of things there. But for putting into practice now is a whole different project. You understand? It's a whole different project. Because I was a woman, I mean, she was very, very professional in doing her work. Just because you're not able for succumb to the whims and caprices of the current administration, she was booted out by coming up with frivolous indictment A, B, C, and D, which you and I know that. I mean, something is wrong somewhere. If the officer, if sometimes the president was not happy with her, the chief minister, the minister of finance, and even Kelfela, the ECC board, they were not happy with her. That's exactly. But how you go fight corruption in any kind of manner as a day? How you go fight corruption in any kind of manner as a day? Where somebody don't say able to check and balances. This is what you do, so ABC, and you not for do one. I mean, just simple as that. You not for do one. Okay, we're not going to do it again. But why you need for get a whole drama out of it and put the woman out of his job? Can't set a tribunal when I can go tribunal. Yeah, that's only go call. And I can go tribunal.
And this
because at the end of the day,
he hits a lot of money right now. Then they pay
so much money, my brother. Yeah, it's a kangaroo tribunal, my brother. I mean, because at the end of the day, nothing will come out of it. Nothing. Absolutely nothing will come out of it.
We get a few more days for the election. You think so we will hear anything before the election, or then deliberately keep this woman out of his job till after the election?
No, we are not going to hear anything about it. It's a foregone conclusion.
So now, even after for this woman, let her not get chance for expose them more, and I made them keep her out of his job.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was deliberate from the government. That was deliberate because she was very adamant in that. I mean, by bringing the office of the vice president, by bringing the office of the first lady, the office of the vice president, the office of the president for trying to end it. And they went further for saying people that are president in office. Man, they sign. People that name their way they name not this program saying, hey, I know you can't sign for so and so person. Hey, Showers can't sign for so and so person. Hey, Seed can't sign for so and so person. Come on, man. A drama, this is like complete drama on your own. You understand it? But these are some of the things that they talk and talk, say you are opposition to somebody. When they said it during the APC time, we said it. They called we say we are SLPP. During the SLPP came on now, we said it. They say we are APC. But we continue to do it the needful, just for the people of Sierra Leoneans. But again, for the people of Sierra Leone, it seems as if the people of this country are not need a change. We don't need a change. Because can you imagine on Monday where APC Commoner Street from Dan Street to PW, I took over 3 hours in my vehicle just for past summer. Over 3 good hours. Everything was stuck up. These are young people, energetic people. They come out, they rally. People are not the canal for see and sit down and try to comprehend properly and say, well, then people are so they don't take we A, B, C, and D, but we are not see any betterment. Why would not for say this and to tell us about this as soon as so. But it seems as if people don't need a change. And my brother, we go continue on this. Because the human will be dependent on where we talk to the third force. Look at her now. Now you don't go join the Alusene Alasane now. They all eat at the same pan. When you ask them, you say, why make you go join a pop in a day? I believe in senior way come up, I believe in Indian system, I believe on where they talk. Come on, everybody you can tell people them. Now your party don't be functional. All man they resign, every day people are resigning from his party. Now the kind of people who are say you don't go support, you don't go SLPP, but still you contest so that you contest NDC under parliamentary, under councillor, and under chairman and mayor. Come on. It doesn't make any sense to us as a Sierra Leonean. It doesn't make any sense to us. So we will continue to forget APC and SLPP until the kingdom come. Because now those are the only 2 parties we will continue for mislead this country. Because both of them they are really misleading. No, they don't get any better, no better thinking for Sierra Leoneans then. Nothing.
So all we talk about the people quick. In just 3 minutes, let's just address the issue of the people These same people they cry every day, say things difficult, things tranga, yes dear, thing for it the poverty don't double 4 times from 2018 to now, and other things don't really they go the kind way they don't expect. But now then same people here again, they support the same system. Then definitely. They really down for change.
Just like what you say. I mean, my brother, we're not ready for it. It's just a mouth talk. It's just a talk, but we are not ready for any kind of change. And it's a foregone conclusion. We're not ready for it. I just feel no more for this generation here. Because to be honest with you, this generation is zero. We are failed. This complete generation. Now, when you come to Freetown, the entire Freetown, I mean, the drugs addict that is country now, within the next 2-3 years, the Christmas for Bokuna Freetown plus any other side. Yes, because any area where you go, this drugs business now, and the politician now, they are free will now for supply and give the body now during this campaign. So, my brother, we are not ready for the change. There's nothing about change in this republic. Nothing like change. Nothing. It's really sad. That's the real fact. But we're not ready for it. Yeah, as a Sierra Leonean. We'll continue to bumble, but we're not ready for it, bro.
Thank you very much, Showers, for you joining me for the program. A very good thing for that we get you, for you help me to analyze the issues then.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, man.
Thank you very much. I get yourself a good day.
Yeah,
I call you just now. We need to discuss something. All right. In a session called Showers, in the 8-man for Guardian Post, and on the Zoom we been get Ecsl Smith. I think it don't step out. Maybe because of the bad internet or maybe the megabyte. But if you don't go out, but Ecsl Smith will try to get them again and session called Showers. They don't join me inside the program today. For we'll talk about the different issues them where we don't discuss. The producer for this program, in him na Elias Abba. Thank you very much, my brother. And to you who don't watch, you who don't like, you who don't subscribe, we appreciate you all effort. Thank you very much. We go meet you again on net for another edition of a program we call We Had. My name is Sembe Pierre, the Freedom Fighter. Until we meet again on net, I want to say God bless we country Sierra Leone, where we call We Had. Thank you very much and get yourself a good day. Another morning again inside We Had. Plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country We Had. Anyway, before I go to the Wahala We Had, I just go to the kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. some people say dem just like wey the heat don sleep.